Welcome to Keegan and Carlos's Scary Movie Podcast.
Each week, we watch and review scary movies from our giant list of films we've curated.
Each film more terrible than the last.
We watch them so you don't have to,
Or so that we can recommend it to you.
or so you can listen if you've seen them before.
Or so that I don't know, I just want to watch some scary movies.
And scary movies are great. You guys should listen to them.
Carlos, let's watch some
Again,
scary movies.
let's go watch some scary movies.
Let's
go!
It's nice to get back in the swing of it, but I don't like just getting up super early. Which we had a freshman orientation today. I had to be at 8 a.m.
So that's a pretty. That's a.
Welcome
McKinney's
back
a
to
bit of a drive,
reality.
too, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah, but I'm going the opposite way of traffic most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah, yeah, uh-huh.
So it's,
Oh, he's so mad.
it's about 25 minutes.
Yeah, not too
It's
bad.
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
He won't
tolls.
give up that easily.
No.
I like that. Mom spaghetti, you know?
Yeah.
He's nervous.
I got vomit on my... Wait, my hands are sweaty. Palms are sweaty.
Palms on my sweatshirt.
Palms on your mom's spaghetti.
Mom's
Whoa,
vomit.
no. That one's weird. That one's a little weird.
I added some more stickers over there.
Prove it.
Okay.
Is that my butt?
We're live. We're live. Live on the air.
Live on the air. The first thing I said is that's my butt. It's not my butt. Oh, no, that is my butt.
I'm not slashing that.
I mean, an introduction if
Am I gonna
I've
slash
ever
it?
heard one.
No. How about that? My butt looks good.
Carlos, what are you doing on your phone over there?
Looking at my butt, apparently.
I did send, so I'll spoil a little bit of what we're going to do. We have a special little figure thing we're going to show people.
We are.
But I sent a video, Snapchat to Shane.
Who's Shane?
And of course he freaked out when he saw it and was like, ooh, I get a little figure of Carlos. And then I sent him a super close-up of your butt.
They
And
nailed it.
He literally
Giggity.
sent just back a dead emoji.
The Shane of it all.
He loves your butt.
We know.
Yeah.
Do you know Shane?
Uh-uh.
I'm
Who's
going to
Shane?
assume you don't know Shane.
No.
He's another theater person.
He's a guest a lot.
Oh.
He's
Oh, okay.
he's the Shane
Probably
that, or
heard him.
anytime we say the Shane of it all, we're referring to him. He's been a
Got
guest
it.
on many episodes.
He's the other black guy on our podcast.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We've had no other.
Yeah, Shane
We need
is
to but we have an Irish person today.
We do.
Yes.
We have Greg.
We we're diversifying our podcast.
Am I the
Yeah.
first international guest? Or-
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would
Wait.
guess.
Wait,
No.
Yes, first international guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
I mean I'm half Spanish. Do I count? I'm the host though.
Yeah. You count. You count.
I don't count that
Carlos,
much.
you always
I
count.
count for
Yourself?
3/5.
Woo! Yep.
Ah! Because
And
wait,
We're
I'm
too
only
white to comment.
I'm only half black though. So
Thank
what
you
is
so
half
much.
of 3/5?
Don't ask me fractions.
I don't get to vote at all, really.
Oh my god.
I have a hard life.
We're in Texas. We don't get to vote anyways.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm still trying to figure out what is half of 3/5. Right
That's
now.
math.
Yeah.
You know what's really fun is on all growing up, all of my standardized tests, because I'm black, I'm white, and Spanish, but I'd say black and Spanish. But every standardized test, it's African American, and in parentheses it says not Hispanic, white, not Hispanic. It's
Yeah.
everything not Hispanic, and then Hispanic. I'm like, but I'm multiple, and you said select one, so I'm always an other.
Yep.
I grew up an other.
I did that for the 2010 census where I marked other.
Because you're ginger?
I put
Yep.
ginger on there in writing.
Good. Good for you.
Way
You
to
know
stand
what?
up for your gingericity.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they just went in there and put white.
Seriously, gingers need more
Beyond
visibility.
white.
I mean, yeah. There's
the
there's
most
scholarships.
translucent. Yeah.
Gingers get scholarships. Just like black people, left-hand people. There's scholarships for everything. When I was going to my undergrad, I applied for left-handed scholarships. I applied for ethnic scholarships.
Apply for it all.
If anyone listening is like, I'm about to go to college, do your research. There is a scholarship for everything. Apply.
Although I did learn there's no scholarships for getting a master's. You get a grant if you go for your master's.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were talking to our friend Christy about it.
Oh,
She was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"No, I
yeah.
can't
She's
apply
about
for
to go back.
scholarships."
We're going to have her on the podcast.
Next 3 weeks.
Few weeks, yeah.
3 weeks.
Well,
be great.
isn't a grant just a fancy way of saying scholarship?
I think
I
so.
mean, it's money that pays towards your degree that you're not paying.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They're like, oh, you're getting a master's, so you need to apply for the fancy scholarship.
the grant.
The grant.
Welcome to
Write a grant, like a write a grant? You write a grant?
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Grant, welcome to another episode of Keegan and Car. No. He gets a
gotta
pass.
sing- yeah, you
You've
gotta
listened to
I
our
know. I
podcast.
was like, well,
You have to sing.
Okay. I
Are
don't
you-
know it though.
Great.
Okay, great. Okay,
What
let's
is
do
the
it.
what is the title of the podcast?
Keegan and Carlos's Scary Movie Podcast.
Put notes to it and you got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay.
Welcome to another episode of
Keegan and Carlos's
Scary Movie
Podcast.
Podcast. There you
We got the
go.
bass in there.
Yeah.
I
We're
laughed.
we've already said we have two very special guests.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Natalie Hines.
And
I am Greg McGaw,
Greg, everyone wants to know it. Where are you from?
Belfast, Northern Ireland. Sir, I'm Natalie's husband.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're very, very excited. So I met Greg. So Keegan and I, we've talked about it on the podcast. We met Natalie doing the reading of Lend Me a Chainsaw. Immediately hit it off with Natalie. This was last year. Talked about our podcast. This has been a year in the works, getting her on this podcast.
Yeah, it would have been about a year now.
Yeah.
Since
Wild.
we did
I can't believe it.
The first stage reading.
Uh-huh.
The table read, excuse
Yeah.
me, table
Yeah.
read. Natalie was unable to join for the actual stage production of it, but we didn't really see each other since
Yeah.
then. I think we connected on Instagram a couple
Yes,
times,
yeah.
but I went to a pool party at a mutual friend's house, and he's like, "Oh, I have a friend who just moved back from New York. Her name is Natalie." Didn't even put two and two together. She walks in, and immediately I was like, "Let me a chainsaw!" And like it was like long lost
Yes.
friends, and then eventually I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I'm sorry. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Carlos." And then Greg and I hit it off. We talked almost the
Yeah, we
entire
did.
party, and we've
Yeah.
grabbed a beer a couple times or once now.
Yeah, we
Let's
had
do
a
it
beer.
again. It was great. And
Well,
yeah,
I
I was
didn't
like,
expect to be invited on the podcast, like, but because obviously I'm not theater or I'm not, but you.
but
like
that's
horror
that's
movies?
even better.
Well, no, the thing was that's
He loves
one thing that me and Nat. I mean, there's so much that we don't
We don't agree on much.
a lot. When we're watching TV, it's always like I'm a big sports fan or whatever, and
Go
but one thing
sports.
we really connect with is horror.
Horror.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
That's
We
all.
can
We are
always agree
amongst
on
the
that.
right people for
Yes,
today.
you are amongst the horror fans. here.
I'm gonna go a little out of order because I really want to drink the drink.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
let's
a
drink.
little warm in here.
It's a little warm. The ice
the
has been
garage.
melting. We got started half an hour or more late because of just technical difficulties.
It was. You know what the technical difficulty was?
Faulty
one
cable.
freaking cable.
One faulty
we
cable.
could not figure out that it was one cable.
So all that to say,
Between
Keegan
ice.
especially needs a strong drink. So we'll skip around. The movie that we're watching today is Skinamarink at the recommendation of Natalie and Greg. So I did something completely different finally.
Okay,
I made drinks.
this is from scratch.
So normally I look up recipes and I will find something.
Awesome.
I wanted to just
Carlos
make
cocktail.
my own drink. So we are actually having an original.
This is exciting.
Hopefully
Carlos
you guys.
mystery.
So now if you don't like it, Aaron, you can be like, no, now I can take offense. So this is called Skidamarink.
Oh,
Oh, I love it.
Well,
It
wait,
is.
perfect.
It is a play on a Long Island, sort of. It is vodka, gin, tequila, Malibu, orange juice, pineapple juice, and Sprite. Clink it with your partner
Okay.
Holy.
and sink it.
Yeah, should we? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That's refreshing.
Can you taste
Oh,
the
yeah.
alcohol?
No, not really.
Not much.
Actually.
You're welcome.
You know what?
That's good.
This is fantastic.
I'm so happy.
Is it a pull drink?
I think it is.
I think it's a pull
Skin him
drink.
a drink.
Skidamarink.
Skin him a drink.
Cheers,
So I was
Carlos.
telling Greg, I tried making
Mm.
this through the week. I played around with a lot of different things. I actually tried grenadine at one point. Wasn't quite sold. I actually tried cherry liqueur because I know you love that. Tasted too medicinally.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
could only do this at night. And so I was like one a night because after one full one, I drank it a little too quick. I was like, I can't try another one. Also, my taste buds won't know the difference. So,
Yep.
Before you do that, Carlos, I have something special for us.
okay.
We have a fan who has given us a gift.
Oh.
He gave it to me. He was like, "Oh yeah, just open it and give it to Carlos." I said, "No, we're gonna open it on the air." This is from our friend Mr. Brazik.
Oh, really? Wait,
Um,
this as well?
Yeah, that too. So we can open
Wait,
these up.
am I supposed to open it at the
I
same
don't know
time?
if they're horror related, but he just got us a gift, and I thought it was really nice.
This is definitely how all horror movies begin.
It is horror related.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Dude.
these are cool.
And they come with metal straws.
Oh, do
my
they?
gosh.
Dude, Aaron, thank you.
Yeah, big. This is awesome.
Speaking of pool drinks, we can
That's
these are
incredible.
cool.
I know. This is
I'll have to
great.
message him and say thank
Who's
you.
all
That
the
is really
characters?
cool. We'll take pictures of it. It's got Jason. It's got Leather. Did I see Leatherface?
Pennywise,
No. Ghostface.
Chucky.
Chucky. Saul.
Freddy.
Freddy.
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Michael Myers.
I think they're the same ones, right?
Yeah.
Like the Big Seven.
So,
Dude, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Aaron, I know you don't
Big
listen,
Eight?
but thank
He
you.
doesn't.
I'll message him.
And then I have a special blind box for us later. We'll do this towards the end of the episode. But
Oh
I've
yeah,
got,
I was looking at that. What is that?
I've got
it's a blind
little
box.
little mystery box thing going on.
Ooh.
You see a couple of the things, but yeah. Open it up a little
Speaking
later.
of blind box.
Wait, hold on, Carlos. Wait, we don't have to use that lamp anymore because we can go. I'm ready.
Do, 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 do. Lighting effects.
Hey! I don't
We've
know if anybody saw
upgraded.
that or not, but
So if you know the answer,
Okay.
just go for it.
just shout it
Question number 1.
You're going down, Greg.
Name the movie with the tagline, "In space, no one can
Alien.
eat ice cream."
out. Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yep. I knew it.
Killer
Clowns.
clowns.
What did you sent me that thing?
I have no
on
idea.
Reels. They
There's like an
have-
amusement park with like the clowns are just walking around.
and they have this huge, gigantic Killer Clowns from Outer Space, like
It looked real cool.
I don't know how to.
I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, send it
It's
to me.
like this theme park, but it's like Killer
Yeah.
Clown.
I don't know if
themed.
it's like a pop up that they
Listen, I'm
did
in.
or what, but the Killer Clowns are just like the whole full costume and everything are just walking around.
Yeah, I'll send it to you so you
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
it. It's real cool.
Where is it?
I don't
we
know.
don't
I don't
know.
know.
We can figure out.
Well,
Where I
road
want to
trip?
go.
Yeah.
Road
trip?
trip.
I know. I was like, take the
Road
podcast on the road.
Perfect segue
Yes,
back to
yes.
you.
I was like-
road trip.
Oh,
It's
good,
from
we
the
have a
Lend
harmony.
Me a Chainsaw.
I remember my
Yeah.
harmony. Brian will be very happy.
Yes. Question number 2.
Okay.
Who wrote the 1981 film An American Werewolf in London?
Oh,
John
God.
Landis.
John Landis.
Sorry.
It's
No,
okay.
I'm-
Usually
I try not to be like the.
I
I'm gonna
ask
get
the
all of
questions
these.
because
No,
I don't
please.
usually know half of the answers.
That's one of my favorite horror movies. You've never seen it, right?
There's Paris, right?
There's,
Well,
that movie
I was
doesn't
like,
exist.
I'm thinking of an American
No, wait,
in
no, I've
Paris,
seen
the
London. I've seen
musical.
London.
Okay.
I've seen
Yeah.
France. I've seen your underpants. That was stupid.
Oh wait, let's get the lights back.
We've probably
now.
all seen each other's underpants.
I mean, we're in theater, so
Yeah.
for us at least, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. Look, and now we have our lights back.
Oh my gosh.
Which is-
Speaking of lights, wait, what?
Oh,
Oh, that's
what-
the
Yeah.
handle.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the trivia. Oh,
One.
so
Is it possessed?
2,
Go for it.
3.
the
Oh, yeah.
story? Oh, it went the other way. We'll get it later. Do you know the story behind why we have that? The trivia, the grinder.
No, I don't.
So people come. We
people
have
come
parties in
into here,
here, and they'll
wander in
shuffle
here.
through these. And there's one episode that we went card after card, and they were all the same ones we've done.
Oh, okay.
And so
Somebody
now, it's,
shuffled
if
them
we've
back
done it,
in.
we literally will just shred all the cards.
Yeah, that's our trivia.
So
right
we no
there.
longer have
Nice.
duplicates, and we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of
Good idea.
duplicates, we do have a surprise.
Yeah.
Keegan and I.
I don't know if we get a close up on it today.
Can you get a close up on that?
Is there any camera that's?
That's as close as you can get.
Yeah.
We'll take a picture and put it on Instagram. But
Yeah.
Keegan and I are immortalized. We are no longer not allowed to be best friends anymore because we
We have a 3D
we have
model.
here. We'll hold it. We made a 3D model of
See how
ourselves.
blurry it is. Wait, you won't be able to tell the difference. Is that us standing close to the camera?
It's like 3 dimensions.
Are we the figures and that's I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
I don't
done.
know. At Dallas Fan
Carlos's
Expo, check out the butts and the glutes.
Wait, wow, that is
It's
that
pretty
is
accurate. It's really good.
incredibly
Yeah, if you wanna see it.
accurate.
Yeah.
At Dallas
Like
Fan
even the
Expo,
shoes
they
that
had
I'm wearing,
a.
It
Yeah.
has my tattoo on there, and
Oh, it got
the
very
tattoo's
detailed.
underside. It
That
has
is
those on
I
there.
will say the
Rad.
QR code on our shirts does not work.
No,
I tried. But also, to be fair, it usually doesn't work on the shirts in real life.
those worked about 20% of the time.
20% of the time it
It
works
works
every
every
time. There was a vendor, Shrink Me, fun, like, we'll post a picture and
Yeah.
tag them, but they had this big booth. It's real cool. You get in like a kind of a trailer, and there's hundreds of cameras all
okay.
around you. And in a second, every camera, it takes like a bunch of pictures, and then they put them all together, and they basically do a 3D print
Yeah.
figure. And they have multiple sizes. We went halfsies on that size.
Yeah, I know,
I know.
I can't.
The
yeah,
butt.
I
I
was
know.
gonna say,
And listen, my calves look real good too. My legs look good.
yeah, you're a
I
dancer.
love. This is my favorite part. This love
The
handle
wrinkles and
sticking
stuff.
right
Yeah.
out right there.
But yeah, we are immortalized. So if we ever decide we're no longer best friends, then we're
We're
gonna
gonna
have to
break
rip
it apart. Yeah.
no, no.
So let's not deal with that.
Oh my god.
So the movie that we're watching, we already said, is Skinamarink.
I'm a little nervous.
I was telling her, I'm going to be honest. The trailer looks appetizing. On paper, when I've read things and looked up my facts, I'm like, I'm going in with really low expectations.
Yep.
I hope I'm wrong.
All of my horror fans who have seen it have just said it's just slow. It's
I
very
hope
slow.
it's
So, right.
better than that, though.
Can I tell you how I heard about it?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying to Carlos earlier, it was like it came to me in like whispers. And anytime I would talk about horror and loving horror, they would just be like, "Have you seen Skinamarink?" And I was like, "No." And they were like, "Okay, yeah, it's on YouTube. Go watch it on YouTube." And so I'm over here thinking that it was like the film from the Ring that you watch and you die 7 days later. And I was like, I'm not gonna mess with that. But then I just kept hearing about it, and finally I looked it up, and we were talking about coming on the podcast. I was like, we should do Skinamarink.
So have you not seen it?
No, I
I don't
haven't
think
seen
any
it.
of us
Okay.
have seen it.
Yeah, none of us have
I
seen
thought
it.
it was like a recommendation, like you've seen it, you guys got to watch it.
I mean, it was a
and-
recommendation of, I really want to see this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know,
Because there's
I didn't
just a
know
lot
it
of
was
buzz.
a nursery rhyme. I'm obviously
Oh,
doing
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's not a,
Skinamarink-a-dink-a-dink, Skinamarink.
Which makes it even creepier.
it's not something that's sang or whatever back home. So
Yeah.
I had no idea what even Skinamarink was. So
I don't know how
creepy,
related
though.
those two
Like,
are.
Yeah.
I know I don't think it is.
There
but
is a little. Like, I have some fun facts on that,
okay,
kind of
cool.
as it ties to the nursery rhyme and reasons he did certain things so that it wouldn't
Nice.
tie to the
Well,
nursery
is
rhyme.
there
Nice.
kids involved in the? I think have I seen the trailer?
Yeah,
It's got kids. So
Yeah.
the
So
synopsis
from what-
of it. Perfect.
well,
no, perfect segue.
From what I hear, it's analog horror. So it's like there's
Analog
this
horror?
whole- there's a whole genre of analog horror. So like Five Nights at Freddy's would be like an analog horror
Oh.
game where you're using like
or the movie,
or the movie
which I'm going to say the trailer
where it's
actually
not
looks
like
pretty cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's not like modern digital. It's more of like it's meant to look like it's from the 90s or like the
Right.
late 2000s or late 80s, like that whole time
Right.
frame before like digital and internet
Sure.
became famous. So it's you're supposed to go into it with expectations of like this is a analog horror movie, so it's going to be a little
Got
slow and
Speaking of the
Little Blair Witchy.
90s,
Yep.
yeah. What? Sorry, I'm sorry.
no, it's still off topic, but I went and got a professional massage yesterday. I've been wanting to get one for a long time. My body has just felt.
They work those glutes.
They did not work the glutes. They don't
Oh.
touch those areas.
Wow.
That's
Missing
actually-
But
out.
like we've traveled a lot, we've done a lot. I was playing in the orchestra for a show, and so I was just sitting there the entire time, like getting really tight. I was
Yeah.
like, my body just
Yeah.
hurts. I haven't been able to go to the gym in a couple weeks. Like I need to just pay for someone to do it. And the guy that was his name was Shane. He was super cool. He
Shane?
was not that Shane. Shane. I will not pay that Shane to touch me. Sorry, I love you, Shane, but you're not getting paid. Even if you're certified, I love you. But
He doesn't listen to
my
this.
Shane, the Shane at the masseuse place, was a '90s kid, and because I was wearing my Legend of Zelda T-shirt, and he's like, "Hey, I really like your shirt." I was like, "Oh, do you like Zelda?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I grew up a '90s kid, so I know it's good." I was like, "Oh, let's talk '90s." So the whole time he was massaging me, we talked the entire time. We talked about TMNT and how much we're not really looking forward to the new one because the original TMNT,
Yeah.
the live action, is always the way to go.
Yeah.
We actually talked about you.
Oh, really?
Greg, yeah, because I was like, I have this new friend. He coaches soccer, and I was talking to him when he and I grabbed a drink about how I hate that everyone gets a participation ribbon, and like
Oh,
he had
yeah.
parents that were mad because the kids were getting benched. I'm like, it's a sport.
Yeah.
People get benched. Everyone
Right?
doesn't play, and I hate the culture of everyone's a winner. You get a trophy. You get a participation. No. Field day in elementary school, first, second, third, and everyone else got jack squat. But you know what? When I didn't get something, it motivated me to want
Sure,
to do better.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's why I feel like a lot of people our age are like driven to do good things.
Yeah.
Because we learned to fail and how to pick ourselves
Also,
back up.
you also got a compliment the time we went for a beer that day. You also got a compliment for your T-shirt there, so that must be a
What was
a
I
regular
wearing?
Good
thing.
shirt.
It was another '90s themed. I don't know what else
I
it
don't
was.
remember what it was.
I think it was a game. Was it a game or something? But no, it wasn't Zelda, but it was something else.
It was. I have a lot of video game
I
shirts.
think anyway. But I remember. you must
But
get
yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
All about to say,
I mean-
get good shirts.
The kids in theater that we have, one of them asked, "Oh, I'm an understudy. Are we going to have an understudy show that we get to perform?" And I'm like, "No, you're an understudy. The leads are the ones who are going to be performing the show. If they can't, that like
Yeah.
there are
That's
no
what an understudy
participation
does.
trophies.
Right.
Yeah.
It is That's the role you got. You accepted it. If you have to perform, be ready to perform.
Yep.
Yeah.
First there's winners
What
and
shows
losers,
are
isn't
you
there?
doing
Yeah.
this year?
Our first show this year is Don't Dress for Dinner, which is
Ooh.
a British farce.
Love it.
Ridiculous. We're doing Something's Afoot.
I know he
which
didn't say
is,
fart.
well,
Well,
farts.
no, not poo-poo at the show. He said farce, and I thought
So-
fart, so I made a fart sound.
Got it.
Oh, I used to
This
do
is how my brain works. Sorry, I've had a drink.
No, it's great. It's perfect.
Sorry. No, keep going. Don't even
And
listen.
spelling bee, we're doing. I love
that's
spelling bee
perfect.
so
At
much.
the 25th annual.
Yep.
Wait, aren't
And I
you
think
doing
you're
a show
gonna
that?
do some choreography or something.
I'm about to say,
for it.
aren't Christy and I supposed to come in and do some tapping and choreo for you guys?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be like a workshop.
Oh, okay. Some choreo.
And then we may, if we have certain scenes within Something's Afoot or spelling bee that we need, so like Pandemonium. I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. I want
Bring
you
in
guys
Christy
to
or me
do-
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk for sure.
And you can get paid.
I love
There you
getting
go.
paid.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting paid, this movie is about two children. We love a good segue.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Two children wake up in the middle of the night to find their father is missing, and all the windows and doors in their home have vanished.
All right.
So can I also say the reason why I went with this drink is I read that and I said, the windows and doors vanished. What would make you think that you vanished? A Long Island iced tea, because it's really effing strong.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do a Long Island. I want to find like a tropical hybrid
You wanna
version
do a
of it.
Skidamarink.
And so I made this, and now Skidamarink, because if you drink enough of them,
You won't
the
be able to
windows
say
and the doors will
Skidamarink.
vanish.
It's actually also brilliant because I feel like this is the kind of thing a kid would reach for.
It
You
looks,
know,
it
like
looks
the,
yeah.
like,
you
Like a
know,
suicide,
yeah,
like,
like
I'm
maybe
gonna
throw
Tang.
them
together.
together. Yeah.
Like a sunny day.
Yeah, it looks like
Sunny D.
Sunny D.
Oh, yeah, it's a Sunny D.
Yeah.
Sunny
It kind of
D.
tastes like a Sunny D.
More like D's nuts.
Ooh. Let's go watch Skidamarink.
Hey.
Let's go watch Skinamarink with a Skinamarink.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
In this house. In this house. In this house. In this house. In this house.
I do not Skinema think I liked that one.
Here's the thing. There are some movies that I would watch again with people that haven't seen them, kind of ironically, to be like, I want to see what they think of this movie.
Yeah.
I can't watch this again, even ironically.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How do
I-
you feel having recommended that movie to us?
I just want to say I feel disappointed in myself. I expected so much more. And yeah, I would probably only recommend it to people who I truly hate
Yeah.
and want to mess with their mind.
I love, yeah.
Hi, Daisy.
There's a dog in the
Hi,
studio.
Daisy.
Oh, she's wandering. She's wandering over here.
Waddle,
waddle.
She's
She goes.
like, let
Yeah.
me tell you about
Waddling.
Skinamarink.
She's like, I sat in that movie too. And I have thoughts.
Daisy, you slept
Right.
through that
He
movie.
was snoring through that.
She was snoring through that movie.
I did, okay.
Almost
Just
immediately.
because I've been working a lot and I'm real tired from getting up early too. But like that movie made it real easy to start to fall asleep and drift. I was just like closing my eyes. I was like, I need to open them. I gotta open them. I gotta open them.
I genuinely feel robbed of time. There was sometimes in it, especially near the end, where it was like almost ending, and then it was another shot. I was like,
oh my god, the false endings.
so many false
The
endings.
number of times. What did I say? And I feel weird saying this on the air, but I don't care. I've never wanted a kid to die so much in a movie. I wished. I said, can he just die? Because that means the movie would have been over. But not in Skinamarink.
Yeah.
We get so many false endings the entire time.
Well-
So this movie came out February 2nd, 2023 in America. But it was originally released July 25th, 2022 at a Canadian film festival.
Was it
Canadians.
made
It's a
in
Canadian-
Canada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canadians
Yeah.
are the worst.
That's why things didn't make sense. It was all metric system.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
and it just,
Okay.
nothing made sense.
Yep. I understand now. I
Um,
understand
we're-
now.
I'm
It
actually
was a boot to get good. And
it's a boot to not go.
Just
It
a
did
boot.
not.
Full channel. I am actually excited for this. What do you think the budget for this movie was? So we always guess the budget of the movie.
Okay.
Well, based off the filter effects alone and the cost to film in 2023,
But it was set in 1995.
It was like
1995.
no actors. Like there was
Which-
like you could see like pajamas and feet.
Yeah.
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 So I'd say 10 grand.
But
Okay.
also, to be fair, like
be fair.
all
To be fair.
of all
I suppose the-
every single toy that showed up,
Yeah.
it did feel like I was reliving parts of my childhood because I did recognize the toys. Like that
Yeah.
is the thing
The
that
Barbies, you called out Beanie Babies, I think, at one point.
Yeah,
the Legos.
well, and there was another
Maybe 20
like
grand.
teddy bear that I was like, I had that teddy bear, and then
Yeah.
it made me start to feel like, is this just a memory of mine?
Oh,
Is
I'm
that
going
what?
low. I'm gonna say like $2,000.
So we have 10, 2.
I think it was 15.
15.
Okay. So technically,
$500.
Oh my god.
Natalie is the most correct.
Oh.
It's 15 grand Canadian dollars.
Oh,
So 20 grand.
so then it's lower.
And then you are closer.
Oh no, the other way.
For
yeah.
American dollars, it's
Ah, yes.
11,207 US dollars.
Okay.
The
know
conversion
what?
is $1 Canadian dollar is about 75 cents.
Give me $11,000. I will make something way better than that.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about Talk to
I
Me
mean,
earlier because I
Yeah.
have seen Talk to Me.
$11,000.
yeah.
I have seen Talk to Me. But I think none of y'all have seen Talk to Me yet.
Nope.
I'm
I
going to
saw
see it
it.
again. And
Yeah, I'm
let's
down to go see
it.
it this week.
The whole, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to do spoilers, but the directors were
amazing.
YouTubers,
Mm-hmm.
made something, and A24 was like, let's go. And
The
they did it
plot-
for
the
such.
plot for that movie sounds real cool.
It's great.
really
It
cool.
works, and
Oh,
they
it's
did it for a pretty
phenomenal.
low budget.
And-
We've
They're
watched.
talking to a embalmed hand.
Well, yeah, it's the whole,
Uh-huh.
like
Like-
you do that and you let the spirit in, and they all
Yeah.
like are
Yeah.
recording it because that's
Yeah.
the fun thing. I'm like, they did it for so
Interesting.
low, and some of the best movies that we've watched, even on this podcast, have had low
Terrifier.
garbage budgets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I mean, when we found out the
Amazing.
plot, the
Budget.
budget for Terrifier,
What was
we were
the
like,
budget?
what? It was 35,000 for the first movie.
it was a low. It was
Oh.
a shockingly low for what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To cut
And
a
the
woman in
effects-
half long ways.
Oh man, have you
And
seen
have it look
Terrifier?
legit
No.
pretty
Have
good.
you seen Terrifier?
Nope.
Y'all together
Very
need to watch
gory.
Okay.
Terrifier.
The second one is even gorier.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay.
And then
Duly
I mean,
noted.
it's
the third one is coming out soon.
I think the second one has what is considered the goriest scene on film in like recent
gore,
history.
shock factor,
And we were laughing through the whole thing
Okay.
when
It's
they
great.
were doing it. So it's not like it's
you're not gonna want to like vomit or puke from it. But,
Oh,
Okay.
Shane almost passed out.
Challenge
okay, well,
accepted.
we don't. Yeah, we're not wimps.
We were laughing. He was like, "How are you laughing through that?"
The Shane. Okay,
Shane of it all.
Okay. The
let's
Shane of
paint
it
a
all.
picture of Shane though.
Yep.
Shane, we took Shane to a haunted house as a surprise.
Definitely listen to that episode if you haven't, because
It's hilarious.
right before we went into the haunted house, I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can get any good audio footage on my
Awesome.
phone, and I just turned my phone on, put it in my pocket.
It came out
sounded
great.
awesome. And so
Cool.
you just hear Shane going through it, going, "I have a family. I have a family. Leave me alone."
But he did not know that we were. Dark Hour
Yeah,
did a.
it was like a Dead by Daylight.
When was
where
it
the
Valentine's
actors
Day?
were allowed to
touch you.
they were allowed to go after you, and they could put stickers on you. And if they put a sticker on you, that means you got killed by that serial killer.
So it was like a survival haunted house. Like you
Ooh,
want
I
to
like
not get
that.
touched, and they can like.
and there's only like I mean total probably 20 actors in the entire haunted house, so you get to like legit run from them.
That's
yeah,
kinda
and they
cool.
put you
after
in
you.
groups, so
You
like
can now-
we caught up to our
You're
group
now
spot.
allowed to hide from them.
Oh,
like
that's
if
cool.
there's somewhere you can go and hide in dark hour,
Interesting.
like you can do whatever you want in
Challenge
that haunted house.
accepted.
Oh, I know. I kind of want to go back and try
Yeah.
it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I would love to.
It was,
do that.
but we took Shane to that, and he was not having it. So
Sure.
Still Halloween.
so now what do we think the box office was for this movie? Keeping in mind,
Hmm.
so I will say we have opening weekend and worldwide gross. It did not have a legit theatrical.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
Theatrical. Blah. It
Yeah.
wasn't released in theaters.
There you go.
Theatrical. I can't say that word. I've had. This is a strong drink. It's
It's
the
so good.
Um,
It is so. I've
It's solving all
been
my
needing
problems.
a drink after this week.
listen.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
But it did have a very limited release, so like very select theaters for probably like a weekend. So, and then we do have worldwide gross because other countries did do.
I mean, the movie seems
Releases.
famous, like or infamous, I should say.
Yeah.
Let's say I don't know about fame.
Uh,
So, what do you think opening weekend, with that consideration that it was a very limited theatrical
I
release?
say 50 grand.
50.
75.
Oh, okay, 50, 70, 100.
Mm-hmm.
818,000. Well, let's call it 819 for opening,
Oh, wow.
Movie made
Oh.
almost $1 million. What?
with a budget of only 15 US or Canadian. Yeah.
Okay, we need to stop recording immediately and go
Make a
and
movie?
make a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Great.
What
I
are-
feel like I
like,
know
what are we
enough
doing?
people that would work for inexpensive enough to where like we could make a really like a legit gory film as well. To
We
where
could legit
have
just film it on an
prosthetics and
iPhone,
instead- Yeah.
and it would be
Oh
great.
yeah.
well, and it's like tension and suspense. Yes, I understand, but I actually I wasn't ever scared. I felt uncomfortable at parts, but
Yeah.
there were some creepy things, but I never felt the tension that they were building the entire time.
But
That was being built.
Agreed.
In
It
quotes.
was
in
boring.
very strong
It was,
quotes.
I actually remember you did whenever you said about you'd heard about this movie. I
Yeah.
remember you did
So
show
much
me
buzz.
the trailer, and in the trailer I feel like I was more scared with that than I was
Yeah.
actually watching the whole entire thing.
Yep.
I mean, in fact, I wish I had kept it at that.
Yep.
But
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was telling
Yeah.
y'all earlier. I was
Yeah.
like, the trailer makes it in trailer form. It looks great. On
Yeah.
paper, after I read facts and
Yeah.
did my research,
Yep.
I was afraid going into this.
Are we going
Yeah.
into fun facts?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Okay.
But I feel like they took their gimmick of like creating tension. That's
Yeah.
clearly what the
Yeah.
movie's about. They took that. At first, we all felt that tension. You're like, oh man, something's going to
Mhm.
happen. An hour and 40 minutes later, they kept with that same trope, and nothing actually happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. The VHS was on the ceiling at one point. That happened.
Uh-huh.
So I was
You're
talking
right.
to Brian
You're right.
Christensen about this.
Who's that?
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Yesterday we were up work. I was working on lights and he was working on microphones. And
Oh, is he doing mics for or sound for Spring?
hmm
Oh, cool.
So we were talking about tension because we were talking about Quentin Tarantino, and I said he has my favorite quote about building tension, and this is the way it should always be. Tension is like a rubber band, and you stretch it and you stretch it and you stretch it, and you never know when it's gonna pop.
Yeah.
And that's the point of the filmmaker, is to build it to where when it finally pops, you have the payoff. So he has the scene in Pulp Fiction. There's two of them. There's one when Jules is talking, when he has his big famous moment, and it's getting really tense, and you think he's gonna shoot the guy, and he's talking about the burgers, and then he goes into his rant, and it's just so tense, and then finally he breaks the tension and shoots the guy. There's the other one where they're in the car, and he just has the gun, and the gun is building the tension when he shoots Marvin in the face. And so the audience sees that happening, and they're just chill, but like it's tense for the audience. And then finally, bam, it snaps, and he shoots Marvin in the face, and it blows up everywhere. And then the other one is Inglourious Bastards, when they're in the basement, and Michael Fassbender orders a beer, and he does it
Yes.
this way, not this way,
Yep.
and it
Yeah.
throws everything off. At that point, the tension starts building, and there's all these little things in there building that tension until the moment when that gunshot goes off, and finally that rubber band snaps. And so you don't know if the rubber band is going to snap here, or if you're just going to keep stretching it and stretching it and stretching it. But you can't just keep stretching a rubber band and nothing happen. And I felt
Right.
like that was this movie where it was like, we're going to just stretch it and stretch
Yeah.
it and stretch it and stretch it and see what happens and see what happens, and then we're done.
Yep.
But nothing, they would like, you would stretch it a little bit and it would just be like this. And it's just limp rubber band. And then, oh yeah, we have this. And they never actually had any tension at all in
I feel
that
like
movie.
even like the shots when you see like obviously the kids, like you'd never see a face, right? So
Yeah.
We saw the face one time.
one time.
And it was,
But like you get the like you kind of get to know a character or whatever by just seeing like that face. I guess just like seeing legs or whatever. You don't really get to have that emotional response. Oh, that's Kaylee or that's Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
there's
how-
no emotional tension either.
They
So-
started saying names, and I was like, "Oh, is that the little girl's name?" I actually
Right.
didn't realize it was
Yeah.
like
Right.
Kylie. Yeah,
If you were to have
Yeah.
something at the beginning with like, oh, a family moment, like we get to know these people, we get to know them a little
We're
bit
invested.
more, and then
yeah.
there's no investment in this movie at all.
Well, and also, just from an acting, a performance perspective, when we see someone having an experience on camera, when we are invited into that experience, the audience then can have their own experience. And it's like, if we're not seeing any faces, the sound was very visceral, and
Yeah.
I it was spectacular, but you had to be very quiet. You had to
And maybe that was the
listen.
point
That
that,
could
they
be
were
its
going
whole
for,
gimmick,
but it just
though.
didn't. The gimmick didn't pay off.
Yeah.
That was it was a one stop. It was a one chick pony
Yeah.
Yeah.
with no reward. And we never got invited, like you were saying. We were never invited into
Fucking hated that movie.
their moments.
Ugh.
We could never connect with any character.
Oh,
we could never
boy.
connect with a moment.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
And then even like I don't want to give away spoilers. We're not doing spoilers, but
Oh no, go. I mean, if
Oh, we'll spoil the whole thing.
yeah.
well, like the bit wherever they're talking about like it's like stab in the eye.
Whoa, spoilers!
But I'm like,
But
I'm like, but
yeah.
you don't even get to see the thing. I'm like,
I
or
know.
there
at
was
least
no
give us something. Like there's zero payoff for any of it.
right. Yeah.
I get a filmmaker wanting to come in and make a low budget movie and make the movie that they want to make. But man, you gotta have, it can't just be an experimental film. And
And I
that's
get-
what this was. It was just an experimental film.
And I get it. It was an independent film. They submitted it to
Yeah.
a Canadian.
We just fell, Carlos.
They submitted it to an independent Canadian film festival. It read independent film festival
Oh, yeah.
from start to finish.
Yeah.
But they went so avant-garde with it.
Yeah.
At no point was I like, this is a good cohesive film. It was so abstract and avant-garde. It just felt, I don't want to use the word posh, but it just felt so high and mighty on itself, thinking it was this amazing movie. And I'm like, it's not.
Well,
But it's not.
Right. Well, and also it's like it was an hour and 40 minutes. It did not have to be that.
It should have been
It could
90
have been
minutes.
It
not
should have
even
been
90,
60
maybe an
minutes.
hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think I would have enjoyed it more if it had been
Short.
If they
short.
would have cut a lot of those middle scenes and pushed forward to the no-face girl
Yeah.
and like those couple of moments way sooner, I would have been more captivated. But by the time we got that one moment with the no-face girl,
Yep.
no mouth,
Yep.
I was so lost already. I was like, I'm not invested in this movie.
I
at
actually
all.
really liked the moment with the face forming in the darkness.
Yes.
At
That
the
was
end,
cool.
But it had no payoff.
No.
I was like, oh, this is an actual, like, legit cool moment. This is creepy. What's happening?
Had that happened
I don't care about
earlier,
this.
it would have created an ideal suspension of what is that?
Yeah.
And then we have the rest of the movie to kind of ponder on that. And maybe there was another payoff later on, but they waited to the end to put a moderately decent moment that went nowhere.
Who's the Haunting of Hill House guy? Flannery?
The Flannery.
Yeah,
Flanneverse.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael
Flannery.
Flannery. He did a really good job of, like, having those, like, background weird things happening throughout a whole series. So, like, If you've seen Haunting of Hill House, you see
Yes.
the ghosts
So
just
good.
hidden through.
Love it.
I was looking for ghosts this
We need to
entire
watch it.
movie.
You need to watch it.
Oh,
Where I
have you
was
not?
just
Yeah.
like,
I've seen
He
one of
hasn't
them.
seen Haunting of Hill House,
What did I
but
see the other
Bly
one?
Manor. We've
Bly Manor.
seen
Oh,
Bly Manor
Bly is
and
good,
Midnight Mass.
but it's not scary. It's more of like a
Midnight
mystery.
Mass.
Midnight Mass is one of my favorites. Bly Manor is like a mystery kind of thing.
Yeah.
Haunting of Hill House is legit has good scary moments.
Yes.
Midnight
Mass
Book Club.
was brilliant.
Oh, yeah,
Book
the-
Club was terrible.
It had such a
Midnight
lame
Club.
payoff.
I need to
Yeah.
finish
Yeah.
it.
But Midnight Mass was.
Midnight
go
Mass.
on.
I
Go.
just read Salem's Lot, and that's basically the plot of Midnight Mass. And Stephen King came out
Did
and
you
said,
read it?
"Sorry, I just listened to."
Okay.
I'm
not
okay,
book.
so
I'm not
since-
book shaming.
Ingested.
Since our last
He ingested
episode,
it.
when we were trying to decide what my next Stephen King audiobook was going to be, I have already listened to,
Sorry.
Ingest.
You read it.
Ingest.
all of The Shining, and now I am 8 chapters into
Salem.
Pet Cemetery.
Oh, nice.
Oh yes.
It's good. It's
The Shining.
Aaron as our Stephen King expert.
Oh, yeah, he loves
I'm
Stephen King.
really enjoying the beginning of. I think it's one of his strongest beginnings so far that I've read is Pet Cemetery. It's good.
The Shining, when I read it for the first time, I mean, it's like my throat is constricting just thinking about the tunnel in the book.
Oh yeah,
Then
when
this-
he gets stuck and yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's,
No.
read
No.
it. Everyone read it. It's
was-
horrifying.
There were a few moments where I was like, I
Horrifying.
think this is the scariest thing
Yeah.
I've ever read or
Yep.
or listened to.
Listen. Speaking
Which-
of,
I mean,
Right.
it's like listening to. I can't imagine listening to it because, yeah, it's all of our senses. We ingest things differently, and so I'm sure it was a
I don't
different
know how to
experience.
read, so
Oh yeah, I understand. Same. Yep.
so many jokes I want to make, but I won't. 'Cause I don't want to be canceled. I don't want to get canceled. Speaking of canceling,
It's
what
gonna
was
be
the?
a black joke, Carlos.
It was a black joke.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the worldwide gross income for this movie so far?
Well, worldwide, because we did.
We did just opening weekend box office.
I'll say 1.2 million then. If it's 800,000 opening weekend,
Okay.
I'm gonna say 5 mil.
1.25.
2. I'll go 2.
2 million.
2?
2 mil.
You're doing great, man. 2,116,254.
All right.
Nice.
Greg came prepared.
Yeah.
He
Well,
came ready to play.
that's robbery.
Here's the one that I'm not shocked. This actually checks exactly.
I'm not shocked. I'm just disappointed.
I am.
Sure.
Rotten Tomatoes. So we always guess the critic
I
score
know the
and the
pretentious
audience
shit
score.
is
And
gonna
that's why I
be-
say I'm not surprised, because the pretentiousness and the high and mighty of itself does
Critics-
not surprise me at all. What do you think the critic score
Critics
is?
90%, and
Let's do one at a time. So
Okay,
critics
okay.
90.
Critics at Rotten Tomatoes or like
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, Rotten Tomatoes.
So if you ever look at a movie on Rotten Tomatoes, there's the tomato meter,
Yeah.
that's the critic score, and then there's the audience score.
I think it's got to be 96.
90, 96.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think?
Let's go 85.
It is 72, so a
Okay.
little lower, but
Eh.
that is a good critic score.
you
for
threw
Rotten
me off
Tomatoes.
with your
Sev-
being disappointed by them.
72 is
But
still
that's
pretty
still
good.
too high.
Critic. It's way too high.
This is a 0% movie for like.
So what do you?
What critic has watched this and been like, legit? This is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
The one that goes to all the independent film festivals, like, oh, I watched that film at the independent film festival.
and taste. You know, we all have our own taste and everything.
Sure.
I like the gore splatter fest because they're fun to watch with friends and like laugh and be like, oh my god, that was insane what they just did on film. I can't believe they did all that gory stuff. But I also really enjoy The Conjuring,
Yeah.
I love The
the
Conjuring.
slow build, but
We
it
love
has to
those.
have a payoff. And I'm like, with this movie without a payoff, how can you have a good review of it?
Yeah. Like the big end scene. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's
Something that
nothing.
you're leading to.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
We didn't have that.
But I even think like the actual Skinamarink wasn't scary what it was telling them to do. Like they
No.
go and I suppose like stab yourself in the eye is pretty bad, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
So did the little girl not stab herself in the eye, but the little boy did?
I I think it was
He
was it the
listened,
girl-
but she didn't.
she
I mean-
didn't she get on the phone calling for help? I mean,
No, it was the boy on the phone,
Yeah.
and
The boy
he
was
was
on the phone.
stabbed.
Boy-
Yeah,
phone, sorry.
because he said I stabbed myself or something like that on the
Right.
phone, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
but
hurt, yeah.
So and then it
Kaylee.
says you didn't listen to me.
Yes.
She didn't listen to me.
Kaylee didn't listen.
Uh-huh.
The
She
disappeared
voice,
into the corner.
whatever we're saying that is, the
And
voice
toys
said.
can be like at the end when you see it's like that little. I don't even know what that toy was. It was like had
The
like
little,
It-
like,
it's
rolling
a
phone.
telephone.
It's a
like
phone.
yeah.
yeah, but it did look kind of creepy, like. But,
Well, yeah.
Um,
Well, there's that one
Toys
jump
can be
scare
creepy, like in
with
that-
the phone,
Yeah.
like the eyes and
Oh,
the
yeah.
face, like
Mhm.
you know, like
changed.
Conjuring 2 when you've got like, is it the Slender Man? Have you seen that one?
Oh, the
Conjuring
Crooked
two.
Man.
Crooked
yeah.
Man.
Crooked
Yeah.
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 But that is creepy, but that'll I don't know. I wanted just more. It just needed
Something.
more.
They should have
Yeah.
done more with that
Needed
little
more, yeah.
toy.
Yeah.
More, yeah.
Because that toy was creepy, and they gave like the one little jump scare with like the face, like it morphed for a second.
Uh-huh.
And,
It was all pointless.
but yeah,
Well, and also there was that toy that I remember from my childhood that you could record yourself on. You could.
Yeah,
Speak
yeah.
and spell, right?
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah,
it was?
it
Yeah.
was-
Speak and spell.
Yes, I think so. And
Yeah.
it's like that was when it was saying like 572 days later, and
yeah,
that
what was that? I
upset.
didn't get that.
I did not
I don't know what
understand
that
the
was.
572 days.
I
was just-
mean,
yeah, I didn't
I
understand
think
that.
again, just like
I mean, the
showing how much
cartoons, like,
time.
it's 1985. Did they not have like Cartoon Network at least or Nickelodeon? No.
That's what I was like. Well, no, it was
Throw on some Ren and
1995.
Stimpy.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
It was the 90s. It was
Yeah.
1995.
Yeah.
They had Nickelodeon. Because I leaned
Duh,
over
Ren
here and I
and
said
Stimpy.
they would not be watching that. They should be watching Nick at Night
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Mm.
something during
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Pan chicken or something. I don't know.
And maybe
No.
that was the Skinamarink taking over their house and stuff, but and then they did they foreshadowed the disappearing thing with the cartoon.
Uh
But like,
You.
But that was
The- yeah,
man,
not
you
Luke
needed
and
to show
Luke.
that once. That's it.
Yeah.
Just show the little
a couple of loops, but they did it
God.
over and over and over.
It was just that movie. It was like a person who likes to hear themselves speak.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh.
independent film festivals.
Yeah.
Not to like shit on independent film festivals, but sometimes they're high and mighty on themselves.
Yeah.
And this for me was one of those movies that they thought they were high and mighty on themselves, and they were not.
Yeah.
Sorry to be that person. We all have our taste, like you said. I like it good. Medium, a little over medium cheeseburger with Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes, a big kosher pickle, and a cold draft beer. But that's just
I like
me.
a good cheeseburger in paradise too.
That's just me,
Carlos.
though. That's just me.
2024.
We digress. What do you think the
No.
audience score was? So we had a 72 for the tomato for the critics.
You know what? I'm gonna say the audience is on my side. I'm gonna say 15.
Okay.
41.
25.
Natalie, closest, 44.
Okay.
Okay.
Less than
honestly,
half.
surprisingly,
Yeah.
That's a bit high.
it's. I agree.
Anything above
Even-
0 is too high for me
Yeah.
with this
I know.
movie.
So here's one that's going to create some conversation.
Here we
Ooh,
go.
I'm very excited.
What was the kill count?
4. Right?
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, right. I mean,
Four?
It was
had to-
0.
it
They all
was of
survived. They
them.
just lived in the Skinamarink
Did they
afterwards.
survive?
Well, and in the end, you know, we have in one of the 45 different endings, the girl
Yeah.
becomes part of the house.
disappears slowly.
She slowly disappeared into
Yeah.
the corner.
But even the pictures of the
Becomes a
house,
skeptic-
they were disappearing in
right,
the pictures.
that all of their heads were disappearing. So it's like, are they dead or have they just become part of the house? And also, like, that feels like a recall of like just another horror film,
Yeah.
but not this one. It's like, again, it's
And like nostalgia's okay. You can
Of
do other
course.
things that other horror films have done
Yeah.
as long as you're like referencing it. It's not, And I felt like this was just boring as shit.
So, 4 kill count. Well, there was no mention of you seen the mom's hair at one point, didn't you? But there was
and
no.
the dad.
Did you see that?
There was so
Yeah.
much
The dad
potential
is-
for that
he's-
bedroom scene with the
Oh,
bed.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
dad
The
was
dad was sitting on the bed,
edge of
and
the
then the mom
bed.
was on the other side, and like look under the bed. There was so much potential there
I
to
wanted
have
something
something
to
good,
happen.
and nothing good was in
So
there.
we do see the mom and the dad at one point.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
that's it. We see both of the kids.
Ugh.
Yep.
We see that blood splatter scene that
Yeah.
loops.
Yes.
I needed a nap so
And hear
bad.
mommy.
We hear mommy. The girl got her eyes and her mouth removed.
Yep.
But we
Oh,
also
yeah.
at one point early on we saw a body on the floor with just a hand there.
The bodies at the floor. Oh no, it's slash it. We don't have the rights. We don't have the rights for that.
Oh.
Let the carcasses hit the
Uh-huh.
solids.
Yep.
Let the
Let
carcasses
gravity,
hit the
let
solids.
gravity take over the
Yes, there you go.
carcasses.
So the answer is there's really not one. The
Yeah,
things
this
that
is
I
a
looked
question
up,
mark.
I literally wrote 2 with 2 question marks because the 2 kids.
Yeah.
But everything that I looked up was like, I mean, there's the girl with the no eyes and no mouth who's Kaylee or Kylie, whatever her name was.
Mm-hmm.
But is she really dead? It's not really confirmed. She just doesn't have a face or mouth, but she has a nose, so she can breathe.
Yeah.
She just can't eat.
But I mean, living in there for 562, 72?
27.
27.
27. Yeah.
Living in there for that long.
Is that
For
what
a
was
year?
happening?
I don't know. I don't.
Did you gather that? Was the movie that smart that it actually had a real point to it?
No.
Okay. I was like, is that
Right.
really?
It felt like that long watching the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how much time passed after watching the movie.
You're right. That's
It's been
it.
almost 2 years. You
Yes.
guys have been here for
It's
almost
been
2 years
84
now.
years, and
felt
I
like,
can
uh,
still
I felt like
see
Rose
the
at the end of the
corners
Titanic.
and the analog, the
Yeah.
film.
I would have, if I was watching, that's
The
not a
night
movie I
lights.
would have watched. I couldn't have got through that if I wasn't in company.
Yeah. Oh, I would have turned it off.
I would have
There's-
raged.
I would
quit.
have turned that off
Yeah.
if we weren't like having to talk about it afterwards.
Well, and I think you said, Natalie, like, maybe it's better if you watched it, like, at night with, like,
Yes.
the lights off. I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest.
And alone.
No.
No, yeah, okay.
No,
You're,
okay,
I mean, it's,
so I'm
yeah.
Yeah, like a
I
storm going on.
watched this thing way back in the day. So Christy Sims and I, a friend of ours, watched this thing way back in the day called Marble Hornets, and it's where Slender Man came from. Like the
Oh,
whole-
yeah.
And so, if you watch it all as one thing, way better than what we just watched. But there's a ton of exposition and a ton of like, I'm gonna go and explore this area in the woods, and you just watch them explore that area in the woods. And then the next episode, they find a person there. So like watching that, if it were segmented on YouTube as like 5-minute shorts or something like that, it might play well. Because like Marble Hornets was that way, but it actually had a payoff on certain, like, you saw Slender Man, you were being like, you saw him coming after you and you had to run, and
Kicked
there's
off a
none
whole
of that here.
generation of, like, gaming and all the, like, the lore.
That would actually be a fun one to do for the podcast, is a Marble Hornets.
Yeah.
watch.
I've seen clips of it, but I haven't seen the entirety of it.
I
all.
watched the entire thing of it. It's a lot, but it's good. It's 3 seasons, and it's like
In a movie?
3 seasons in a movie, and it's probably like 20 to 40 episodes a season, but they're like 5 to 10 minutes each.
It'd be fun.
Well, and also, isn't the Slender Man, like, mythology what some people were claiming to be the reason that they, like, murdered their friends?
Oh,
Like-
there's a documentary on
Okay.
Max about it. These 2 girls that
Yes.
killed their friend in the woods.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause we listened to the.
And they were like, it's for the Slender
True
Man.
Crime Garage one about that.
Yeah.
That-
Ugh.
that's
Just
yeah, that's-
Harrowing. Speaking of things that are actually harrowing.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I love true crime.
We love
Same.
a good murder
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
on the Keegan and
What's a
Carlos
good?
murder
Okay,
podcast.
I am looking for a new true. I feel like I'm out of true crime things. I've just been watching Dateline now, and those are all predictable.
Yeah.
What's a good? Y'all got to tell me what's a good true
Yeah.
crime later or
That
something.
True Crime Garage. Is it, what do you call
Yeah,
it?
True Crime Garage.
You listen to the
Okay.
those podcasts?
Crime Garage.
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
podcast, and they.
Similar
Do
concept.
they do a video
yeah.
podcast or is it just
I've
audio?
never seen a video actually,
Okay.
but they do some similar. Like they've got a beer.
Yeah, beer
someone
review.
sends them a beer type thing, and then
Mhm.
they sample it or whatever from all over the states.
Yeah.
Like a
That's
craft beer or
cool.
whatever.
Yeah, you
I
guys
got
would
Stella on
you would
tap over
connect
there
with
if
them
y'all-
too.
Oh, we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
do a mashup. Reach out to
Yeah,
them.
honestly.
Do a
Oh yeah,
collab.
heck yeah, let's do it. I love true crime.
My favorite true crime right now, though, is Morbid.
Morbid?
It's
Okay.
2. I think they're cousins, but they are always talking like they're sisters. They're from Boston, and yeah, they
Boston.
do. Yeah, they
Boston.
cover a lot of cases that I've never heard before. They also do listener stories. They call them listener tales, and those I
nice.
absolutely love. So yeah,
Okay.
check out True Crime Garage
Morbid.
and
We
Morbid.
would always like we would listen to it on road trips. We
Uh-huh.
drove a car
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
From from DFW up to New
Yeah,
York
up to
one
New
time,
York.
and we would listen
And
to true crime for like 5 hours. It
Oh,
was, like,
that's
too
great.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we pulled into like rest stops and. Do you ever when you
With
listen
your
to so much
hearts.
true crime? I was
Yeah.
like, I waited outside her and stuff. I was like, I think something, just in case, you know. I was like,
You see the world differently when you
Yeah.
pass through it after
yeah.
watching. I mean, you're just
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, is someone like lurking behind? Okay, I'm gonna just like push this desk up against the door and
Right,
just like,
yeah.
yeah,
Ooh.
hope someone doesn't. Oh no.
Oh no,
There's
we're
the bottom.
done.
yeah. I have to say, Carlos, like I said earlier on, the Skidamarink was much
Guess-
better than the
Was it?
Skidamarink.
Yeah, but so
yes.
you said
Yeah.
it's a shame to name it Skinamarink. Like it's a disservice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very good.
Best
drink.
thing about this whole movie was the drink.
Yeah, we got to come up with a new name for this.
That's too much work.
Okay.
Speaking of work,
Mm-hmm.
I do have some
Fun
facts with Carlos.
Carlos.
You don't have to sing all
Yeah,
of
you
it.
don't
That's
have
what
to. Okay.
happens there. So this movie was written and directed by Kyle Edward Ball.
Fuck
Let's
you, Kyle
find
Edward
him.
Ball. That's our second F-bomb, but I don't care.
Let's ball gag him, hog tie him, make him watch his own movie 6 times on
Ugh.
repeat. He will beg for mercy.
That'll do it.
That'll do.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt. But wait, that's correct, right?
Benefit
I've
of
had
the
two
doubt.
of those now.
I know, right? It's hidden
been
me.
a-
But
Too many
like, I
festivals.
get it. He
I'm forgetting who I
probably
am.
Had this idea for this movie. Is this his only movie?
There was nothing else
Yeah.
credit-wise that I was like, oh, that's worth mentioning.
And I've been in that mode before too, where I'm like, this is gonna be great. I have this thing I really want to do. I really want to try out, and then the judges at one act tell me that my concept is bad. But we're not gonna get into that.
Keegan wanted to say shit, but he didn't.
I
but
want
I-
to talk about that, but
As
after.
an independent filmmaker, I get it. You got to go out and try new things and do new things.
I mean, you got to flop to succeed.
Yeah.
Sucks for him that he just flopped and didn't succeed.
And yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that was a
Kyle.
bomb.
His name's Kyle.
Kyle
I'm gonna
Kyle
talk,
Edward Ball.
I'm going to talk directly to Kyle right now.
Dear
Kyle,
Mr. Ball.
Mr. Ball, I appreciate you being an independent filmmaker, but that movie sucked.
Well, I think I was being nice. I wanted to fight him.
Oh my god.
Let's
Again,
go find
the
him in a
Irish.
pub. Give him a beer so he's
it
nice
was-
and
it was
loose.
nice. I
and then-
appreciate what he was trying to do. Like, and you know what? Like, I actually thought some of the sounds in it were actually pretty good. Like, see, whenever the things disappeared, like for instance, you seen like the toilet one at one point, and then it
Yeah.
disappeared, but it's like a sound. I was like, oh, it's a creepy little sound they've done there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, there was thought that went in that, but still, just a toilet disappears and comes. Oh, okay. And what?
Oh no!
And what? Yeah.
So scary.
There was
Yeah.
a window there. Ugh.
Well, and also,
I'm so startled. It's
Do you-
startling.
do you have any exactly? Do you have any facts about like what they shot it on, like or like?
Let's go into some fun facts.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Not what they shot it on. So the
Okay.
fun facts for this were a little limited.
Yeah.
So this
Well,
one I thought was actually kind of
lacking fun.
interesting. Due to a glitch on one of the online film festival screenings, the movie was actually downloadable and spread like crazy, causing it to go viral
Okay.
on social media,
Okay.
like
Okay.
TikTok and YouTube,
Yep.
before it was originally released. And I feel like that's actually when I remember hearing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was going around and everyone was like, look at this crazy movie.
Right, and that's why I thought it was like the movie that they watch in the ring, and it was going to kill all of us in 7 days.
'Cause it went
which we
viral.
should check in 7 days just
Nope.
in case
Yeah,
we all
everybody
die.
check in.
Next
Next
Yeah.
Saturday, if we're all still here.
Update.
But if I'm not, you know what? I'm okay.
I don't like that, Carlos.
It's been a lot. It's been a good run.
I mean, next Saturday though, I'm having a barbecue. We're gonna do a little barbecue next Saturday.
Are we?
If you'd like to. So if you two would like to come, and we're gonna do a pool party barbecue thing next
Remember when I
Saturday.
said I don't know if we're doing any more pool
Over
things, but
my-
we'll have to invite you to the next one? Guess what's
Love it.
happening next Saturday?
I've got a rehearsal, so I can't do the smoked meats. But Madre, you're back there.
Mama
if you wanna-
Donna.
If you wanna do some ribs and brisket or whatever.
Ribs.
next
Ribs.
next
Ribs.
Saturday.
Love
Ribs.
that.
Yeah, I invited
Ribs.
I invited the cast of the show I am currently cast in.
Yay!
Called Macbeth. It's a parody of
Is
Macbeth.
Patrick going to be
Ooh.
there?
Nice.
Love that.
Patrick, probably Patrick.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I hate him.
I don't know him, but
He's actually really
If you wanna see a raunchy parody of Macbeth,
it's the only version I ever want to see.
and throw popcorn at the actors,
Oh,
I'll be in
then
it. September 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th.
Okay.
At 11 p.m. is our showtime.
Yeah,
it's a
absolutely.
late night pocket sandwich show.
There's
It's
some
over in
popcorn.
Yeah.
Have you
over
ever
in
seen
Carrollton.
Macbeth?
I think I did. Yeah, as a kid. Yeah,
As
in
a kid.
school.
Well,
Go
right,
get some
of
popcorn
course.
and you can
Yeah.
throw popcorn at him.
That's awesome. Okay.
No, really.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That's what they do.
Deal.
One time we had a friend in a show at Pocket. I think Aaron was there too. We had a friend in a show at Pocket, and at intermission, we ended up buying all of the popcorn they had left, and nobody else could buy it. So we just had a table filled with popcorn,
Good.
and we were just pelting the actors with it the
Nice.
entire second act.
That's their their thing, their
Yeah.
gimmick, if you will.
Is it Hip Pocket?
No, not
No,
Hip Pocket.
no,
So
okay.
Hip Pocket is the outdoor theater
Yes.
in Fort Worth, right?
Yes, which I'm like,
So-
wow, how?
No.
How?
Nope.
Yep, that's it.
This is in Carrollton, downtown
Okay,
Carrollton.
okay,
They
cool.
were in Dallas at Mockingbird Station.
And then
years
Dallas
ago.
kicked them out, and then Carrollton was like, "We will welcome you with open arms." They literally took
It's fun.
the theater
Yeah.
and like all of the because it's a dinner theater. They took all of like the seating and booths and everything, and just picked it up, moved it over, set it down, and it looks exactly the same as it did over in Dallas.
Cool.
Do you know what's
Nice.
in the Mockingbird spot now? Where they were?
Oh, they wanted shops. Yeah, and there was a
Okay.
cool comic book store right next to it.
there
that
is
you
a
could
cool
go
comic
to.
store. That's
Yeah.
sad. Speaking of sad, let's go back to this movie.
Yeah,
That is actually a good
I'll
segue.
stop
No.
doing some self-promoting.
No, self-promote, please. Go see Keegan Show.
If you have any self-promoting or anything that you guys are,
No,
If
not
you
right
have
now.
kids,
If
reach
you
out to
have
Greg
a-
so they can play soccer.
Oh yeah.
there you go.
Yes.
There you go.
That
I'll,
is
I'll
the
promote
thing.
for you.
So are you
Viral.
like a soccer coach for district, or are you?
No, I have my own soccer business.
He's the
we do,
CEO of his company, actually.
Yeah. Oh.
Wasn't it it's a CEO?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
you're
sorry,
too
I
woke
was-
right now.
Woke.
Yeah.
I like that. I
we
haven't
do-
heard
we
that.
just-
I'm gonna
we
use
just
that
shoot,
now.
soccer
It's from the
fans.
Barbie movie, I think, or something, right?
You're Knuff.
Yep.
You're a
Yes, that I know.
Knuff.
I haven't seen it yet, but
Anyway, you were saying
Yeah.
you have your own company.
Into-
so
We
Yeah.
do. Yeah, we just do soccer training in South Lake, Texas.
Cool.
So, we literally coach from 4 years old all the way up to 18-year-olds. So yeah,
Nice.
individual, group sessions, everything like that. Well,
he's great. I'm biased, but he's
Wait,
great.
is it
I
South Lake?
agree.
Is it off of? Where are you?
so
based
we
out?
actually work in a school there.
Okay.
It's on their like a school field.
Okay.
So yeah, we do like training for lots of different club players. It's not so much like recreational players. It's more players that are already like in competitive.
Yeah,
soccer,
yeah,
you know,
and
so
select
it's kinda
soccer
Like,
and-
select
Mhm.
soccer circles. Yeah, so kind of higher level soccer players, and we do like supplemental training for them. So it's not like there are clubs. It's like we come.
My mom back there was the manager of our
Oh, yeah?
select soccer team back in the day when
Oh,
I was
Alright.
in middle school and high school.
What
Very
club
good.
did you play for? What were
Oh,
they called?
well, do you remember what it was? I don't remember the name of it. We were terrible.
with her in charge,
we
you
didn't
can
win a
imagine
single game.
It wasn't very good.
We rarely won a game because I was in like, because like each club has a tier.
Sure.
We were in like the bottom tier. of,
They never
like-
got promoted.
Yeah,
Never got
no.
promoted.
Yeah, we never got promoted.
They were just relegated
Yeah.
every season.
Every
See that
season.
soccer
I feel like every kid
terminology I'm using.
at some stage in the States plays soccer at some point.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
You know, even
I
if
played
someone
for
gets
a
cemented
rec
or-
league
Yeah.
for a little bit. My actual dad, who I don't really talk to, but my actual dad was more coach,
Uh-huh.
so kind of forced into it. But I actually had a lot of fun.
I think I did 10 years in soccer, maybe less, maybe like 8 or 9 years.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
long
From
time.
like when I
That's a
was like
career.
5 to 15.
Yeah.
And then I got into theater and I was like,
Yep.
I don't have to do any physical work
Right.
anymore. I'm out. I can
Bye-bye.
just do it on the stage and not have to, run laps every day.
I'm just gonna lift this person.
Right. Speaking of theater, we need to formally
Good segue.
introduce you to Greg the Zombie.
Yes,
So
that's
Greg,
true.
Greg has some special features.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is up to you to discover
What those are.
the special features. So,
Are you done with your facts?
no, there's more.
Okay, I was like, that was real
You're
short.
close. You're close to the first one. Help her out. Yep. Nope.
Oh.
All the way.
There you go. There you go.
Oh. Oh.
Yep. There you go. The whole brain comes up of Greg and the eyeballs.
I randomly saw this thing on like an online ad for Instagram and I had to buy it.
Something for you to think about.
Yeah.
I need to
Right.
So stupid.
I
know.
hated that.
No,
There's
I'm
something
so
else.
glad
I
you
hated
said
it.
You can leave it off, or you
Okay.
can do it. There's something else though. You have to find
you.
out.
Okay.
Oh. Oh. But wait,
And there's more.
there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Everybody wears it as a
I
scarf.
was going
Look
to
at
say,
that.
Yeah.
It's
Bri-
a perfect scarf.
Brian actually did the exact
So
same
predictable.
thing.
The heart.
It's a heart.
Oh, you got his heart.
There you go. Keep my heart.
That's love.
But that's Greg's heart, so it's like, wow, this is kind of like the movie that we just saw. It's very meta. What just happened here? It's Greg's heart.
What's it?
It's Greg's zombie.
Greg the zombie, Greg the soccer player, Greg the...
The attempt.
Ooh.
The attempt.
I hope that picked up on the air.
You don't
That
have
was
to
really
put
high
it
pitched.
I love that. That was cute.
That was a new tessitura for me. Speaking of
Just gonna-
tessitura, in an interview, this is another fun fact. Mr. Ball, he stated, we were talking about this, that there's the song.
Yes.
Skinamarink. I was expecting that song to show up at some
Skinamarink.
point.
Me
I
too.
was not. You had way too much hope on this movie.
Correct.
He purposefully named the movie different because he didn't want kids to search for the song I think the actual name is Skidamarink.
Yes.
He purposely named it Skin and named it differently so that people would not accidentally
Sure.
search for this. And as a kid, but also if a kid stumbled upon this, what's the risk? There's nothing terrifying.
Honestly,
like they would have been fine. They may have actually been stronger. I don't know.
What would you name this movie anyways if it wasn't Skinamarink? Just like
Bad.
super shitty or
Just three bad.
just Dog Turd the movie or I don't know.
Yeah, I
Bad, but
actually
it's
don't
an
know.
acronym. B period, A period, D period.
Yep,
but
there you
never
go.
say what it is.
Of
Lead
course.
people into because that's avant-garde. It's an acronym, but you have to
What?
interpret it.
Legit, I want to like, what would you name the movie?
Yeah.
Actually, I gotta
Limbo.
tell you guys, there is a better version of this concept on YouTube.
Okay.
Called "There Are People in This House."
Ooh, well, yeah.
It is
already
on,
by the title.
YouTube.
So they aired one segment of it, the best segment of it, on Adult Swim. They had a show called Infomercials. That's where Too Many Cooks came from. If you've seen
Too Many Cooks,
Too Many
yeah.
Cooks. And they have a bunch of things on there, but they found this like YouTube thing where like, oh yeah, Adult Swim, that's perfect for it. It's this weird thing where it's just this family living this day while they're preparing for a maybe he's about 8 to 10 years old birthday party. And as they're doing that, their daughter is face down in the kitchen on the floor, and she's like throwing a tantrum, and she's probably 15. And then all of a sudden, she starts sinking through the floor of the kitchen, and they're like, "Get up!" And they can't get her up, and she's sinking. And they start freaking out about how they're going to save that daughter. I thought that concept right there is way better than like
Yeah.
Sounds like that one
people,
scene.
and it's called "There Are People in the House," and like other videos that they have of those people living their lives in this weird house is really good. Don't watch Skinamarink. Watch that instead.
Interesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents for Skinamarink.
that little moment sounds like the one scene in Jumanji where the floor starts turning
Yes,
to quicksand and
yeah.
they start falling through and then they're like
God,
half
I
in.
love that movie.
Yeah.
That's
and then
maybe
they
we should-
freeze, and then it's.
Yeah.
maybe we should watch that and do an episode. of
Keegan
just
Scary?
and Carlos's
Jumanji
Jumanji podcast. We just watched the Jumanji movies.
Every week you tune in and we just talk about Jumanji.
Are they going to do another Jumanji? 'Cause
I hope so.
I love those movies.
They're fun.
Those are great. Even the third one, which wasn't like that good, I really enjoyed
They're
it
just
still.
fun.
I mean,
Yeah, just
The
fun.
Rock playing or Jack Black playing a 16-year-old girl.
Yes.
That's a hard beat.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
Jack Black playing a 16-year-old black man or
Whoa.
black boy. Like, hilarious.
It was.
Peak comedy.
So
Yeah.
glad that black is hilarious to you.
I mean, the 16-year-old girl was white, so.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
When he's figuring out how to use a penis to pee.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
God,
Yep.
I was crying laughing at
Yep.
that.
The
Speaking
height
of,
of comedy.
Penises.
Great.
Go
Go
the
on.
director, because he's a dick.
God. Okay. Okay.
I'm good with that. Come on. I'm good with that segue.
Solid segue.
That was
that was a
that was the
I
best
saved
one.
it.
Yeah.
The skin of a drink helped a little bit.
Loosening
So
us up a little
he
bit.
said on Twitter, so the two child actors, originally there was a line where they were supposed to do profanity. Why?
Yeah.
I don't
Would've-
know. But there was.
Would have been interesting.
But when they were trying to record the dialogue, it was the boy who was supposed to do it. He was uncomfortable with it. And so when they were doing it, the girl, Kylie, or whatever her name was, kept laughing. And so they couldn't actually keep it together. So they ended up having to cut all of that. It took about 8 minutes of re-recording and recording. They were like, cool. Well, that's cut, so they never actually aired it, but there was supposed to be profanity from the kids. Why? I don't know. I don't know that would have added anything.
I don't think though. Even though guys, like, I mean, fair play. The kids, like they booked the gig, but that's not like.
Yeah, whose kids do they belong?
Like I could find 2 kids down the street and they could do that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, it was 1995. Like, I feel like they wouldn't have just been cursing probably at that young age.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Was-
I think that would have been more interesting of a movie. If we would have had 2 kids running around cursing. Like, oh, at least we got some fun
Yeah,
swears from
they're-
kids
yeah.
in there. That's great.
Like,
Right.
no context, just randomly like, bitch!
Yeah.
I'm not going to stab myself in the eye, bitch. No face.
Skinamarink shits!
It would help us try and make a decision about what actually is haunting the house. But it's like I use haunting
Loose.
But,
Very
but
loosely.
that would even give more context.
Like,
all right, with the
it's
parents
so
must be
loose,
swearing
like
around
hot
them,
dog
like,
down a hallway
there's
loose.
something. Oh, it's gonna be bad parenting, or it's
Yeah.
like it's nothing.
So, yeah, I think I remember hearing this somewhere from somebody or online, but it's like a metaphor for like bad parenting or
Yeah.
something like that, or
Oh, really?
or divorce.
or divorce, or I heard something somewhere.
Y'all
And
are
then-
giving
I
so
know,
much
I know.
credit to a movie that does not deserve it.
I'm just trying to
Um,
make it make sense.
Yeah,
My-
I think that's the thing.
Here's my synopsis. Here's
How
the
do I
thing.
ma-
You know
how do I
what?
make this make
I
sense?
know.
The
I
movie
don't know.
is doing what it meant to do. It is creating conversation.
Yeah.
So in that
Okay, but
essence,
honestly,
it
this
wins.
is forced conversation because we
We
have
had
to
to
watch the
record it.
movie so
We
that
had
we
to.
could record it.
Here's
I'm
my
right.
here's my analysis of the movie. The house is transported to a limbo area,
Yeah.
which is why there's no doors in the final scene where it's like going out and the house is just standing alone in nothingness.
Yep.
It's in limbo, and when they do like the 527, they don't age, they don't do anything. They're just continuously repeating it. That's why there's those loops of like the cartoon, the blood splattering, coming back, blood splattering. It's
See
a
that for sure.
never-ending loop, a perpetual torture, tormenting, whatever you want to call it. And they're stuck in limbo.
I like that.
That
I
is
like
my
that concept.
overall.
That's a cool concept.
Yeah.
We should make that movie.
That's the movie that should have been made.
We should make that movie.
I mean, should we? Let's go.
Speaking of that movie,
Anybody have
Yeah.
11 grand lying around? Let's do it.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll invest.
Well, also, I mean, I did notice. I was trying to read the credits at the beginning. Seed and Spark crowdfunding.
Oh yes,
I saw the crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was crowdfunded.
Yeah, I also seen it. I don't know who it was. It was a memory of someone. I don't know who it was. Like a
Yeah.
it was
Oh
that
like,
was
yes,
sad.
it
yes,
was like a
yes.
30-year-old because they were like it was
91 to
and they died
2021.
21, yeah.
Which is 31.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 30-year-old because I was born in 91 as well. So
I will say, if you are listening to this podcast and you happened to back or fund this program, please reach out. Would love to hear how you feel knowing that this movie exists and you funded it. You're the reason.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
The boy, the little boy, and then the dad in the movie are actually father and son in real life.
Makes sense.
That's a fun. So when you're saying any kid could do it,
yeah,
they did. They literally just pulled his son.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really speak.
Yeah.
Not including the dialogue of the cartoon characters, because that's most of what we hear. There's approximately only 500 words of dialogue in the entire film.
Wow.
That checks. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
high in my
There's
book.
I was gonna say that's a lot. That seems like a lot for what we watched.
Those are all the fun facts that were worth talking about.
Well, and I do like how they subtitled some of the dialogue.
But
They
not all of
didn't-
them.
that
But
was
not all of
helpful.
it. Which I was like, okay, so if they're not subtitling it, they don't feel it's important.
It helped with the thing
Maybe.
talking at the end where it said like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
what is your name?" or whatever it said
Yeah,
at the end.
what is your
Yeah.
name?
Yeah, there were there. I
And
mean,
like
there were some creepy
the cop
moments.
phone call.
Yeah,
That was all subtitled.
Yeah.
I liked that little phone call thing that happened with the.
I liked that.
dispatcher.
Again, nothing came from it.
No.
Yeah.
We set up. You can't just set
police
up,
lights or something. I don't know.
But
I mean, yeah, I guess
they're-
you couldn't do police lights.
They're stuck
but-
in limbo. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Again, it could have been a short film. Like again,
Yeah.
this meeting could have been an email.
This could have been a. Oh my gosh, that's the most accurate thing ever.
That is
Could have
the,
been a trailer. Could have been a short film.
You know, that's my entire week. Every
Yeah.
meeting I've been in this week.
That's my
literally could have
entire
just
work
been an email.
career.
And then you just watch a movie and you're like, yeah.
My favorite thing
Exactly.
about it was actually our little in jokes when we were watching the thing, like
Don't
someone
pause
getting up
it.
to go to the bathroom. I'm like, don't stop it.
Do you want us to
Oh
pause
yeah.
the movie?
Yeah.
Like, no, that
Anytime
became the
anybody
running
got up to
joke.
use the restroom, you want us to pause it?
The number of times with the false endings where like, oh, that's not it. It's not over.
Lord of the Rings.
I want to turn the credits on. Like I think I can say for all of us, we were very ready for the movie to be done very early on.
Yep.
We need something fun right now.
Yep.
Before
We're
we
gonna
move to that,
Oh yeah, yeah.
let's
sorry.
do a
Okay.
fun rating.
Oh, that's right. We gotta
Oh,
rate it.
okay.
We gotta rate
So
it.
Keegan, why don't you kick it off, and then we'll move to our guests so they understand how this works.
Yep.
On a scale of a skin to a dink,
Oh my god.
I give it one. Mugh.
Good answer.
All right.
Get it? Skinnamarink.
Are you not gonna do it?
I go last.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
always
go
goes
last.
I always go first. He goes last.
Okay. So from a skin to a ding.
No, you
could
come
do
up
Oh,
with your
I
own
can do
scale.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like on a scale of this was awesome to this was boring
And
as
it doesn't
crap.
have to
Sure.
be crazy funny. You could do on a scale of 1 to 10. It's
Yeah.
a 2.
Okay. On a
But
scale
don't do that.
from sure a Lego
Oh,
Yeah, perfect.
yep.
Yes.
to pause it. I'm about to go to the bathroom.
Ooh, I like that.
I would give it a.
Good
Solid.
answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't have to. You can
Well,
do a
here's
number.
here's what I would say. I for that movie generally was a like I've never watched the movie and been like, if it was a blackout right now, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 0.
Great.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. I mean,
Solid.
You know, I'd give it.
Uh,
I really disliked it.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
if honestly, do you know what I was thinking during it as well? Do you ever see that? I don't know. Have you ever seen a Clockwork
Clockwork
Orange?
A
Yeah.
movie I
Do
never
you know the
need
bit
to
whenever
watch
they
again.
they hold their eyeballs open?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, if someone done this, then I had to watch this
And you
movie
have
for
to
like a
watch it and
prolonged
they
period of
hold your
time. This
eyes.
would be torture.
Oh,
This would be a
100%.
torture. Yeah, so that's I'd give it a 0.
I agree.
Zero. Schultz, what do you got
He doesn't
back
have a
there?
mic. He
I
doesn't
know,
have a
but I
mic.
want to hear it. I want to hear what he thinks.
I mean, my question that we could go around the room is, was this better or worse than 9/11?
Wow, that's dark.
If you couldn't hear that on the mics, he said his question he could ask is it better or worse than 9/11?
Oh.
I'm not answering. I do.
I'm rendered
I do.
speechless.
I did have
Speechless.
a question actually that made me think of it. Well, first
But
of all,
valid.
my rating on a scale of, and I thought of this very early on a scale of I don't care to I don't care, I really don't care about this movie.
Oh.
Get out of jail free card, but I thought of
Oh,
that very
that's-
early on.
Good answer.
That's
good
a
answer.
great
So,
answer.
question for you:
Okay.
this movie again, or Exorcist 3?
Exorcist 3, 100%.
Hands down,
Because
easy.
you at least get Brad Dourif in that movie with a solid performance.
We didn't. I don't know if you have seen The Exorcist 3, but we did not like that movie. Oh,
What's your
speaking of
favorite
The
cereal?
Exorcist 3, what's your favorite cereal? Now,
I mean-
childhood doesn't matter.
It's Scream.
It's what?
Scream? Are you talking about
Cereal?
like serial killer?
No,
Or
no,
like
it's actual, like,
So that's where it came from. Was
Oh,
Exorcist 3 is
cereal.
about serial
Pops,
killing?
Apple Jacks,
Smacks, Honey
Cheerios.
Smacks, Frosted
Reese's
Flakes.
Puffs.
Okay,
That's a good
Golden
answer.
Grahams with the cinnamon ones.
which
Which
ones?
ones?
Oh,
The
Cinnamon Toast
ones.
Crunch?
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah. Well, we call them Golden Grahams back home. I don't know if
Okay.
they're the same here.
Golden Grams.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh,
Golden,
no, yeah,
Golden
those are
Grams,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's
it's
a
like the
cereal.
cinnamon ones,
Good.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah.
Golden
Yeah.
Grams.
Have we ever asked Aaron this question?
What's your favorite cereal, Aaron?
I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon
Toast
Toast
Crunch,
Crunch.
yeah.
If you couldn't hear
I
them.
feel like that's a good, just middle of the
If
road.
you ever
good
go back and
answer.
listen to our podcast,
Honey
our
Smacks.
Exorcist 3 episode, we hated the movie so much that we ended up just talking about cereal for a long time.
We also watched it at midnight, so by the
We
time we
recorded
started
by, like,
recording, it was
1.
like 2
Yeah.
a.m.
Nice.
We were a little delirious
Oh,
with that,
man,
and
yeah.
drinks and stuff. So if you ever listen to the podcast and you hear this
Oh,
sound,
what? Listen, absolutely.
That's what it comes from.
that's the Honey Nut Smack sound.
I had a
Um,
student
Good cereal.
audition for my program with a monologue from The Exorcist 3, and as soon as it started, I was like, "What? Why are you doing this to me?
I have
Why am
a-
I having to
Did
re-experience
they know
this?"
though?
No, he didn't know that I. He was just.
Okay.
It's one of his favorite movies.
Okay.
It's also Jeffrey Dahmer's favorite movie. So, hey
So
kid,
keep your eyes out. Yeah.
watch out for
someone-
that kid.
I do
Someone check
have
his
a new
internet history?
monologue that I have ready in my back pocket now.
I'm ready.
From
It's the Nicole Kidman speech from AMC Theaters, and I'm waiting for a theater to do a comedy show so that I can go and audition and do that. And I will wear a sparkly suit, a tub of popcorn, and I'm gonna walk in and just sit down.
I
we-
only go to AMC with you, so I really don't. I don't.
I mean, can we take $11,000 and make that?
Just me doing Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Done.
I love it.
Done.
I'm gonna open it.
We have what is this?
So I bought this. I went into. Oh God. Anything? Oh yeah. Here we go.
Stab
I went
it.
into Movie Trading Company
Oh, I
because
love
I always
that.
get the blind bags from Target or the mystery bags from Target, and they didn't have any. When I went in, they didn't have any horror ones.
Those heifers.
So I went to Movie Trading Company. Oh, it's 17 and up for this one, by the way.
Oh.
To see that employee was amazing. We dug around all over the place. He was like, I think there's some back here. We went around the whole store, and then finally it was behind the register the entire time. But you know what? He was a really nice guy. And he
I
helped
hope
me
there's
out.
a sex toy in there.
There might be.
There could
it's
be.
a blind.
Is it
It's a
17
mystery
and up?
box.
Also, it's like it's the butterfly on that. Is that or the moth? The on this no, wait,
Mothman
on
Prophecy?
Is that
maybe?
from Mothman Prophecy, or I was like Silence of the
Silence
Lambs?
Or
Where
Silence
is
of the
it?
Lamb. That's probably more accurate.
Oh, I think that's just
Yeah.
their logo.
Okay,
Oh.
They have
That's
a,
cool.
whatever
That's
it
less
is.
cool than.
love both of those
Yeah.
films.
Horror Hall. Horror Hall.
Horror Hall.
Horror Hall.
It's a fly. It's a culture fly built by
Cool.
Culture Fly.
Okay, that's less.
All right, so the one we already know I'll take out, which,
Is that The Shining?
yeah, but also this is just in the Stanley Kubrick one. This is not in the book. The two daughters and everything.
Oh, are they not?
I think he has one daughter and a wife, and like, it's referenced that he killed him at one point, but really that's not like a big part of the book at all.
Interesting. Do you have to put it together?
I think you just put them. Oh, they like lock in.
Maybe
or
it
something.
unlocks
Where's
something
where's
else.
my
Nope,
my
it doesn't.
alien queen? Does she still
Oh,
exist?
she's over there.
That pain in the
Don't really get-
ass.
Oh, I think I have these, but I love them.
Are they socks?
Yeah.
We love a good
You
sock.
guys
They're-
want some Friday the 13th socks?
Their feet are so dainty. I mean,
You
I
wear,
will.
you wear long socks?
I will
Sure,
not
that'd
say
be
no
fine.
to them.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
They're in the corner.
Merry Christmas, Greg.
Happy Christmas.
Yay!
Happy Christmas,
Yeah, it's
Greg.
happy
Happy
Christmas.
Christmas, Harry.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
cool. I'm keeping this one.
What is that?
I can't
Pennywise
get that
pin.
A Pennywise pin.
Ooh.
And a Jason lanyard I will be wearing when we do in October for... I'll definitely wear that.
Nice.
I
Because
can
I have
put
to wear
their
a
little
lanyard
feet back
for
in.
work. And I'll open
A
it inside.
dildo. Oh, it's an
No.
umbrella.
I know. I was gonna say that's.
I don't care if I open it inside.
Yeah, open it. That'll be the button.
You know what? Maybe something exciting will finally happen.
I
If
don't
it
know how to
opens.
use umbrellas, apparently.
You push the thing.
I'm like,
Oh, you put...
And then-
oh. Oh, God.
ooh.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Does it actually
Aaron, can
open
you
all
see it
way?
on the screen?
No.
Does it open all? There it goes.
There we go.
Beautiful.
What is
Keep me out of the
the?
sun. It's Jason.
That's cool. Does it work?
I don't know. Well,
I mean, I
let's
have
hope.
to pee. Do you want me to pee on it?
Let's go jump in the pool and see.
Let's jump in the pool and see if it works.
Go jump in the pool.
Okay, not bad
That's
for
a fun little.
It's $80 for the. I'm just kidding. It's
Oh, oh no!
I was about to say that is
no.
not an $80 box.
got ripped off, sir.
Sir, that's an IKEA umbrella. You need to go get your money back.
The material is so cheap.
Oh!
It's so
I
No,
don't
no,
cheap.
pass that around. You
I
just touch
no,
it.
I don't need to touch it. I can
Touch
hear
it.
it. I
No,
can hear it
touch
from
it.
here. Okay. Nope.
Touch it, Greg. It's okay.
Wait, here
Yeah,
you go,
do
here
it.
you
Do
go.
it.
No, it's worse.
Like-
It's awful.
It's also very flammable, so no one light anything around it.
I know.
I was gonna light
well,
up
we're in
right
Texas.
now.
If I take this outside, it'll
You're
instantly light
gonna
on fire.
spontaneously combust.
Speaking
Oh my
of
goodness.
feeling awful and stuff,
Wait, I don't.
I'm just gonna take
I'm just gonna do the old school way. Ready? Here we go.
I'm gonna stall. No, you get your phone. Where's your phone? I'm gonna stall, and then I'm gonna look at my phone, and then we're gonna do the thing, and then I'm gonna sing a song.
Oh,
You're really
okay.
into this.
Baby, do
Now I
the
gotta pull
thing, pull up, Alexa, make the lights go dark with the.
Wait, all the way. There it goes. Okay.
That's called improv.
It's back on now.
Beautiful.
I'm moving on.
Acting.
Question 1.
All right.
We have such sights to show you. Name that movie.
I know it.
I knew that one, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately.
Does he say it in every single movie?
No. Surely
Just
the
the first
first
one?
couples.
Hellraiser.
I did a
Pinhead.
Hellraiser watch through last year from the first one through the the new one that came out in Hulu. Whew. That was a
Yeah.
chore.
Adam Scott is in one of those movies from Parks and Rec.
So is Paul Taylor, who's a local DFW actor, if you know him.
Henry Cavill
Cavill?
is in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the one that I really wanted to be good, and it was until it was basically a fever dream. You're like, oh, so none of this happened, and the movie actually sucked.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of fever dreams, I actually thought that Skinamarink was going to be a fever dream.
They all just wake up at the end.
I mean,
yeah. That would have been a better twist.
we don't know.
It's a twist.
Eat that twist.
Question number 2. In the movie Aliens,
That's the one what this is from. This is from Aliens.
why did Ripley
Oh, I love
not want to bring Bishop on the mission?
Because she didn't trust androids from the first movie.
I'll take it. He was an android.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're correct. Oh, we gotta
Shred it.
do the ceremony. Oh,
Shred
Yeah.
it.
I do love that you shred the cards.
We
wait,
have to,
is that the wrong
otherwise
end? It is.
That's what she said.
That's what.
Well,
That's
good
what they
shit.
said.
Whoa,
Yeah,
you're getting
yeah.
woke again. Oh,
Also, I don't know how to put their feet back in.
you know what? That's okay.
Oh wait, there's
And you
one
know
more
why
thing.
that's okay? Because are you done? What are you doing?
You ever eat one of these?
Yeah, accidentally.
You get dry mouth real bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What did you do to Greg? He's vomiting up his
That's a
intestines.
Stupid joke.
Oh, what did I do to Greg?
It was great.
I was trying to make I was just trying to make everyone understand how
It's
we
like
feel.
the way they did
After
the
this
zombies
movie.
in Last of Us. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. Where like the
Oh,
the
yeah.
spores start coming out of their
I
mouths
didn't
and
mind
stuff.
that.
I
No,
loved it.
the
I
movie-
thought
I
it was
didn't mind
beautiful.
it, and I like that in the interviews they actually explained why they changed it because it makes perfect sense. Speaking of making sense,
Yep.
this has been another episode of.
Wait, hold on. Thank you guys for being here.
Oh yeah!
Oh.
Thank you guys for being
Thanks,
here.
thanks very
Oh my
much.
gosh,
Thanks
we
for
should have you
having us.
guys
We should have
back
you back
on
for
another episode.
sometime.
Honestly, we would
Let's
love
make
that.
it happen.
We would love that.
We'll have to do it sooner than later.
For another episode of
Keegan Carlos
Nope,
is
nope,
here.
nope, nope. You did it the first time. You have
Oh,
to do it the
okay.
second
Yeah.
time. Another episode of
Keegan and Carlos' Scary Movie Podcast.
Nailed it.
Hey, thanks for listening to us, everybody.
Be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever platform you're listening to us on.
And follow us on Instagram and Facebook so you can make sure you keep up with all of our fun shenanigans.
And if you have any suggestions for scary movies, let us know.
Thanks for listening to Keegan and Carlos' Scary Movie Podcast.